on made the egg bacala de bio almost to me. On one democratic baby almost to me. Understand? Now, the same thing is this. However, he or she, his or her offspring will all become excelling successful in all their endeavor, yes, in life. They are the ones who will transform him or her into a fabulously wealthy person. You see what this Ifa is saying now? An extension whereby your wealth are in the hands of your children. So your offspring will not benefit. That's why you not see some men today. Their children will not buy their house, buy their car. They will carry their travel and their own thing, everything they start enjoying. So these are type of destiny like that. But on their own, they were able to make it. You know, but their children will not be the one who to raise them up. This is what this Odu is saying now. So verse 8. If I want someone here to be careful while making transaction in order for him or her not to develop eyes problem. If I say that during arguments and hanging over the price of any commodity, the argument will lead to this for our opposite party stretching his or her hand, hitting her in the eyes. This may cause him or her a serious damage to the eye. So Oturupon he said we should be very careful that we should die as you on. Verse 9. If I want that some enemies had dug a dish for this person in readiness for his or her to fall into it. If I says that their wish will never come to pass. Yes. If I advise this person to offer a ball with one mature goat, 2 girifao, and money, he or she also needs to feed a roaster. Verse 10. If I say that it forsake the area of longevity for this person, if I want him or her not to because of saving anybody, deprive him of herself of enjoyment and having good time for his or her money, no. Because if that's so wrong, you have money, if I not forbid the so you tell yourself. Verse 11. If I say that the situation had degenerated badly before Ifa was consulted for this to find solution, yes. He said someone that had this Odu Ifa, he said the situation of this person has gone worse. I was seeing on a turupon or Shebie, I was seeing Oya Via, any soon. Naya Via Mana. That's why if I say, if you soon Gawana, I'll be a one, I'll be away, I'll feel one, although a poor one, I'll be away on the liberator one for whatever problem, whatever thing that he was facing or situation that he was facing. So that person, I thank you for that cap. So if I say that it is our that will look for solution for them, yes. If I say that it is from heaven that this person has carried the Uri, look at it now. It is from heaven that this person has carried the head of poverty. Hear this plan. The vessel wrote to boy, he abandure Odayegu, or compliment about Odayegu, he a winner, oh, you know, he a Dayegu, or Dure on Winanoma, he a here. There's no negativity in Ifa. Ifa has no disadvantage. Everything by Ifa is advantage. Now, ọwọ́ wọn náà mú ìyàrá tó bọ̀ ẹ́ wíṣí sọ̀tún pọ̀ ṣẹ́ ọwọ́ kẹ́ni adé òwúsẹ̀ ọmúre ọkàn wọn náà mú sẹ́rẹ̀ náà ní àtò bọ̀ ẹ́ ìfàtàbẹ̀wé òwúsẹ̀ ọ̀nàmúre náà adi nnọrọ bi na bọ̀ wọn náà ẹ̀rú náà mi òwúsẹ̀ náà tó bọ̀ ẹ́ ọ̀pá ọ̀dọ̀kùn wọn dàfẹ́. That's simple. That's simple. ọmọ yẹn wọn àwọn òwúsẹ̀ àwọn òwúsẹ̀ náà always ask if your Ifa is Ayehu. Always remain mute and ask questions. what I need to do in order for this iron to be turned to Iri, in order for this disadvantage of that, because there's already a fault which if I has pointed that there's a fault there. You understand? There's a debt. You understand? There's a stain here. So you have to think and ask if I want it to be done. In order for that stain to be removed from it. You understand? This is exactly what this one is saying now. He said this person has carried from heaven a head of poverty. Ifa is not telling us. So if you are that person having this odor, and this is what you are passing through, either by initiation or by consultation, here is the solution. Here is the solution. He said, poverty, want and suffering to the world. You see it? This is why this person must be very careful before accusing others. If I wants us not to accuse others unnecessarily, we should be very careful. He said that is why this person must be very careful before accusing others or being responsible for his or her woe and tribulations. He or she needs to offer more and wash away the aura of poverty. Aura of poverty, yes. Want and suffering and woe that surround his or her head in the flowing stream or river. He or she will also wash his or her neck in the stream or river by the material. Yes. Master honor to boy. Yes, I can remember. Yes, vividly of this. Yes. Honor to boy. Honor to zeto. Zeto. I mean, how zeto. Like zeto. What the way of a material? A year to talk. A year to talk. A year to talk. Abele eyeni aya ukpame eyin do talk because I must explain here for other babalawos to get this thing because this is someone's destiny here that we need to address. Someone that is having this Oduifa which is turupon and is complaining of ill luck. If you manage, if you win now, or complain, yes, what you need to do? Eyin do talk no, wa do. Then, iwewe, ebe vali no, adu pande, adi ebakwe, ometi ebakwe Yoruba ebakwe do, iyo, upalu ebakwe ni, elekufu, adu mejo. Bisage yoride, adu yoride ya pake elekufu na evakweli to kumbi. Adi efi wiyoni. Elekufu ni to boy. Abba, agbe, ava ogalara. Omwana to boy, amwari eze. Abeseze okuma, oro okuma, onwe ugwe na yawe. Owana Oshave, Yasegbeti itself, Oshave. Told you that's when I wear, or Yakme, Ewana Adiye, Ayawe, Omutayeze. It must be a running water. It must be a running water. That is a running water. Then Ayakme, Ayasa Major, Huni Onakme, Amukman, no color to Abwe die, or Mayo Pani. Ọpẹ́ ìpàdé to boy abwe aside. Also the remains of that soap. Like if I put it on the I fear what? Man, I don't fear a level kuni. I don't ballot. I don't kuna one to agbalo to live your agbalo. We are not having two contents here. That is the level that is the pigeon and the calabash. I cover that calabash. Then you don't use the white cloth without water. Agba. Master, it should not be two things there. First of all, Owanika with that calabash. Oya move. Oya the master off. Is it floated off? Then the other one, the same thing, on way and it will not float out. That is how you solve this Oduifa. This is how you solve this Oduifa. So I only just want to explain that because Some of us that is having this old river and are passing through material or the other, you can call any of Babalawo, someone that has river, as I've explained here. You can do it on your own, but someone must take you to the water, the running water, to officiate for you. And if you do that, it will work. All what you need. Well, we're planning the tool is in there. The soap is already there. Let them mark Odu, Otulukmo. First of all, you mark Oshetra. After Oshetra, you now mark Otulukmo Oshe. After that, you now mark Okonra to seal it together. If that person is also in the Babalawo standing like you can also add his Odu Ifa to it. So that's it together. You now put the Yerusu on that substance. You mix together and put inside your response. That's how you do it. So by not doing that, that poverty head which you came up with, it will not go off you. This is what Ifa is saying. Everything about you will not talk about possibility and prosperity. So verse 13. Verse 13. In this Odu Ifa, turupon. So if I have asked two siblings to offer help, that's two brothers and sisters, to offer help for them to overcome the problem associated with a consummated fortune, they will be seen fortune and they will be surrounded with prosperity, but they will not be able to get all this fortune. So this person needs to also be sacrifices. Two brothers, you understand? So as he said, that each of them will procure 4 pigeons, 4 hen, 4 guinea fowl, 4 roosters, and that. This also needs for each of them to feed issue with 1 rooster. Tagri fruit is spotted like a leopard, but it has no fire in its eyes like that of the leopard. This is the parable of this Odu. This message is for Oja, the market, who was the sibling of Ale, the dream. They were both advised to be sacrificed. This is a story of the section on this video. Verse 14. If I say that if I see the area of love eating for a young child, where this Odu is to be, if I say that the elders of the night are keen of buying this child for consumption, but they will not succeed. The parents of this child will procure 3 plates for the neighbor. In the plate on the right, they will put yam. In the plate on the left, they will put water yam. In the 3rd plate in the middle, they will put a future rabbit. A giant rat, a rabbit for the elders of the night. That's how you do it. Doing this will prevent the child from premature death. Verse 15. If I say that he foresees the way of prosperity and that of a compatible spouse for a man who this Odu is to be, if I say that he had been experiencing the inconveniences of bachelorhood for quite some time, but this will give way to comfort of marriage life very soon. There are materials needed for this very thing to occur. The verse 16, which is the last verse. Before I drop the last verse, there are some of us who always say that I am Robin Lafo, you know Robin is very wide. The reason why you are saying that because you are carrying everything on your head. But if it was written down, you don't understand that Ifa is wide, but you ought to have jotted things down. Even if you look at the Bible from Genesis to Revelation is big. There's no one person who say carry up for head. Yes, even a vast pastor, a reverend, whatever something that is vast, that is speaking some verse offhand. But there are some verses, even in the chapter in the Bible, you cannot say offhand. You understand? So the same thing is this. The same thing with Ifa. So the help is that most of these verses of chapter in the Bible was written down. So it will be easier for pastor to go there and go at a glance and start preaching. That's how Oromila is. Because it was those days that our father passed this knowledge, ora vaba, from one hand to the other. It came to a stage whereby we started writing, and I'm one of those one of those who change the narratives. That's why if I'm teaching each of these Odu, the 16 Odus are there. And this 16 Odu that I'm talking about now, it was not from one person. It was not from one person teaching. As I've said, I am left from one place to the other, moving from one person to the other. Start learning, start learning, start learning, start learning. You understand? So knowledge has no limitations. We still learn. As I still tell you that I learn every day how. Like this Odu that I'm dropping now. I've just learned that it again. That is how knowledge is about. So if you can be able to, like this 16 old verse that this 16 verse I'm dropping now, there is no other verses that can enter this Odu. There is no other verses that can enter this Odu. Maybe you are uttering it. We only have 16 verses to each Odu. We don't have 17. We have 1 to 16. We don't have 17. It's an error. You understand? So if one, as I've under turupon share now, I've dropped 16 verse, or so we call it standard. They call it standard. That I use the one verse. You understand? Now, the 16 regarding to this Odu, which I have given now, which other one now you can't ask me say in Alakoto. Everything regarding to this Odu, I don't want now. Now, after I finish this 16, number 16 now, I'll go to the affiliated officers. Ebo, Ne, Odunaya Zobo. I'll go there. Then the taboos proper. I'll go there. The profession of this Odu. You understand? I'll go there. So there are some of us today, when you are, and some of us, I don't know exactly what is happening to us. You are asking, you have your Odu Ifa already with you. Where are you going to do? Why can't you just write me or speak to me via WhatsApp? Even there are some of us, you are scared because of the money you want to put for me to explain your Odu for you. Let me tell you one thing. That Odu you are carrying is your archive. It is your life. It is your life diary. It is whether you like it or not. It is your life diary. If you carry a lizard from here to America, it's always a lizard. You can't change that Odu. It's already with you. It is better for you to be initiated to Ifa, for you to be initiated to abandon Ifa. That is a fault. So if you have been initiated to Ifa and you don't know what you are carrying, that is the reason why I'm here. My number is there in my bio. But if you are here, I will still want to repeat it again. Take my number right now. 070 311 54906. I take it again. 070 311 54906. That is my number on WhatsApp. You can even leave a voice message. There are some of us. I want to tell you one thing. If you want to see doctor for hospital, you don't go take card. You go take card. You don't talk truth. Then if it's a special emergency or whatever something, there's also money you pay. Then after diagnosis everything, there's some money you also pay for tests. For tests, let's go to run some tests, everything. You bring out after finishing the doctor will like you recommend some drugs. If you even go to the pharmacist, you will still pay for the drugs you are going to buy. So that of the doctor, medical doctor, it is not different from a complete babalagu. The work of a medical doctor, which I've just explained medically, is the same thing of a babalagu. We should not shy away from this. So you that is asking for me to talk about your Odu Ifa, always ready to pay. It is not much on you. If you can buy goat for initiation, if you can buy a goat for initiation for Isu, you know you spend for 7 days initiation, and after 7 days you know what to spend, and you are not asked to bring a token so that you should know what is expected from you what you are going to do so that you can have a problem-free life. My brother, my sister, I think we should have a mistake on what I'm saying so that we can all have it clear. You understand? So that is my advice. Now, the 16th verse. So for someone to not say, well, yeah, I don't buy it, so please. Now, waiting that person, where if you might say, if you might say, if you might new, might say that, with my only one not by my, that is not the issue. If you not where you talk, faith, if not move your ready, or palm, also, I can maybe you talk. Master, now, verse 16 now. Only one of the wishes or share, that is a two more share. Verse 16. If I says that if you see the era of childbearing for a woman who is looking up to Olodumare, which is God, for these blessings. Herbal materials, as I've said before, you have to do that. You know, it's like when a woman that is barren, maybe a woman that come initiate to her, and this is the comfort for that woman, and that woman has been there in the marriage, no child, nothing. The woman needs to be happy because the solution has come. And it all happened that this Odu will fall as Ayewu. As Ayewu, yes. If I say that this woman is barren, yes. If I say that it will become for this woman to have children and that because I've been with that woman, yes. Then if I also giving us a revelation that this person needs to make this sacrifice in order for her to have children. That's all. So, as I've said, what are the affiliated orisas? What are the affiliated orisas? What are the affiliated orisas? We're talking about orisas. We're talking about the Eri Mole of turupon. Everyone stop that. Turupon. What are the affiliated orisas? What are the affiliated orisas and relates to this turupon? One, Ifa. The originator to Ifa was the one that gave you this Odu. So Ifa must be one. You understand? The next is your head. When you're asking where the Yara Zobu, or Robin Yazobu, Uwoya Zobu, Esu Odara Oya Zobu. You understand? Edme already is very also important. Oya Zobu, Egugu, all the Kunaini, ancestor, the support. You understand? Oya Zobu. Then when we sango, or in Matioya, ono su sango. Yes, Oya Zobu. Osu Lero to be different from Osuziza. Oya Zobu. And all this we have said, they all have their role to play. It's just like the hands, the leg, the eye, the nose, the ear, all has every role to play for the body. That is how all these orisas has a role to play for the well-being of this person that has this Odu. In fact, you understand, everybody will have a regular, you are expecting a regular to just do everything. No. There are some of us always sit down and think on how to go about this thing. If your Ifa is not active, there are some research which you need to do in order for that research to combine to combine with your Ifa to be active. That's how it is. So what are the taboos? What are some of these taboos related to this Odu Boshe? The Yana Wa, the Yana One. You must never be sluggish in anything you are doing. Sluggishness, Emma. You see that someone that is having this Odu that is sluggish. I will not to buy that where you met you. I will not buy MSU. I will not buy Messi. A beg me, 10 o'clock, level we are we beg. When your mates are working busy, you'll be sluggish. Doing one thing repeatedly. So who are you going to fault? You have to fault yourself. If I say this person must never be sluggish, you have to be smart and active. Because things can only work for people that make this to work. You cannot just make this to work when you are not when you are not acting. It's not like that. So the same thing, because this ill luck of failure, regret, and disaster is because of sluggishness. So number 2, you must never engage in extramarital activities. Yes, either a man or woman. No. Or a woman, you have a husband, you have to no. If you are married, just marry. As I said, that woman will just take her, marry her, move your own. Okay. So for you to now start having today Mary, tomorrow Jacob, the other one this, extramarital like that. You know why? Because you're back. He said, whatever thing that belongs to everybody, whatever thing that belongs to everybody belongs to no one. So some men today, let me advise you on this audio. Or sex. Ave money we are making that beer asaria prepare una to brother. Our sex in here when you particularly on this audio, we are having one of the turupon. Master, so whatever thing no Rogwa, now the Rogwa, we were dying. Irrespective of forces are there to scatter you that one waiting for us. But you will not agree because you will say, oh, I'm not going to now. So if I say, pay that one's that first to be authentic. So when you have that woman in your home, don't look for other women. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because don't do that. Number 3, must never allow himself or herself to be misled by friends or saying. You have to be careful with your friends not to mislead you. Either you are a man or woman under this order to avoid suffering, regret, and humiliation. Number 4, must never accuse other wrongly to avoid suffering, wants, inadequacies, and failure. Yes, because we said that the business of that person may be having problem whatever. That it is the head of that person that is responsible. Number 5, must never be tight-fisted, that is tight hands. The real had that, greed, the real had that, no zeal. Number 6, must never consume akasa, tu wa na akasa agidi, yes. Iyana ri agidi, oka egbo why, yes, egbo why. Akasa those things. Because that's all the way. Iyana egba kiabo. Oiwo no. Iyana wa oduna wa na ni, mabega na ni akasa egbo why. There are women oka na le there is a person now. No one do now. Turupon say must never pursue wealth at the expense of children. No. Never pursue illegal at the expense of children. No. To avoid future regrets. You understand? Number 8. Must never betray those who are older than him or her to avoid the wrongs of the divinities. You understand? So that this person will not have regret or disasters. So, what are the possible profession of Turupon share? They cannot do what are their profession. The person can also be a babalawo, or zobu, or yes, something one. It's also possible. But other way, that person can be a storyteller, orator. You understand? The person can also be a presenter. The person can be a broadcaster, It can be an announcer. It can be MC. A comedian. Yes, it can be an advertiser, organizer, entertainer. And that person can also go with hospitality operatives. It can be a hotel management or a hotel manager. It can even operate on restaurants, catering service. It can even engage in film industry, drama, all this, yes, cinema production. So these are the affiliated. These are the job likely to have on this Odu, Ifa, Turupon, or Share. So I believe I've explained everything related to Turupon Share in totality. So if this Odu is your Odu Ifa, congratulations, as I've given you at a platter of gold this evening. Do on it, live on it, you're going to have a problem-free life. I greet you once again. So if you have any question you want to ask me related to Ifa and Brother Wilson, I'm here to answer you. Good evening, everyone.
I'm going to talk, baby.
Yeah, bro.
My kada. I'm not having Odu Yafe, Wetana. Kare mi ya fe no wa no e be ma to gwa kan ga yin so gbe no ga no ga yin so gbe no gwa ise no ga yin so gbe so yi o ya ti do ko mo bo nya kega gbogbo wa wo ko te.
My brother, you don't want to go on there. Or tell them that because I don't like so big. What? Not very related to what I just did on to boy. I this thing WhatsApp event, but I contest event. You're going to be work by contesting with this is what I want. Really what I know, what you want Sunday, you're going to be work by all the young and see how I'm going to get, we can deliver it. Who are contesting any, I'll just bring it down.
Okay.
What's the way he announced your part, Nanani go to Lobby. Who you are contesting, who you are contesting on Latian. You must have also, then I will who now we go young, you must have to boy, and who have we go young, who are the go, who feed day, with the amno with the one, do my baby go young. Bukhoni or restatement. They are the name who read to buy, who read on it, who read it to them, who read it today. Michael, you have the book who read on the class and big boy. So just contest me and let's see how I'm going to do. Whatever, it's not concerning very so way. I want you to speak to me details. I will pour it there.
Okay. What's the Baba? Yes, I will go.
Because if I say if I say what to boy, Avatar, it's a way contest. About where I'm no area. But when I get on the way, oh, one money go me. We are turning. But about like he only bring it as an example. Because it's supposed to be just like that. Whatever. Clean the area out do not to Guanania. It's every year. Listen, you do. Every year, I think yes, ideology. But when you say to go to Ifa, I won't do it. Well, you look contact. Tell what about we understand. I will one. If you know where we understand that, say, well, okay, what I want to do, we adjust. You don't live in life just as to do you just get it. So that question, please.
Yeah, contact you.
Yes. Okay, this Sada said, but yes, motivation. Thank you for that word. Motivation. Yes, you are very right.
According to the explanation, when I know Yaribo, Nana Miri, I'm we go young Vodo, Uko.
You got to wait on very blue. I'm going to go at least what the alligator to there. Well, the alligator right there. Well, the alligator want to tea there. Magania. Taba. They don't wait that Uru woman. Ureba. I didn't know when I was walking down the cross. A good boy.
The word Madomosa. I understand. I followed the very explanation you are Domosa.
You also know where able, you know the character part. When they're able, maybe your spouse or your wife, or whether, let me excuse the word. Let me use your spouse. Ready to marry, like cohabitation. While you're acting, and I did bar, cafe, whatever, I didn't want to teach you. Able, do up pay your way, pay your way. Also, the S. Because again, I respect again. Or ask to video because Marina, you only pay your as a man, oh, you want to pay for your own, not pay your game.
Yes. Yeah, Jama culture.
Yes, their culture. So we need to again where the dear, we are the black lady, are the we can say all that. Yes, I'm telling you, it's the black mentality. Oh, the one that take away. Where you have this, you have this. I mean, the way that I mean, but just here, I'm talking where you're going.
Yes.
Those are the ones happy. Give up any who, because that is what the super is saying. So that we'll get them, we'll register with them. So it's very important. Because the rest of them always see who you who, or I can see who you who. Because one of me, if not yet to know who, man pay your key, all their coin. The private part of the woman, yes, all their coin, in the beginning of it, as Odu intimacy has explained to me. Mas all their coin, now they say. Master, so only my pay now. Because don't be see what you go or no yeah.
Onion sana sanefo.
For the apart from the dad, who pay that you pay here. So everyone now don't run to boy. Let us contact me via my WhatsApp so that we avoid it. But if there's any shorter, what will I call it? A question. Answer. But tomorrow I will still come back with other my own. I will just see my boy. So on one year to bother our pick a bet. Apart from on 1 year to me, this is Odu. There are a lot of things we need to learn. Like okay, we have to also learn where definitely that it is not all what happened to us that we'll be checking outside. There are times we have to check inward. You understand? It can also be in line with our in line or in tune with our destiny. So we should ask how we have to give a remedy instead of us, accusing people wrongly. But that's what we if you don't go yet, so all to that time, I said the other way, every year, no surudama, see, esoro, be my eye, but I sat but I never buy really my walk. Also, Robin, like that time where go to Mala, no making that this suitable to us.
Come on, sit down. Sit down, don't break the chair. Don't break it, sit down. Okay?
What's that? If we rest on you, I don't to baptize at all. You are here. Like a turupon, no, a trust, a trust, a
Come on, sit down. Don't break the chair.
Enemy to the
Sit down.
yeah, that is the mother. But it's a way to talk about. How can the mother be his first enemy on earth? No. When you were here, your mother has decreed that he has sagbon, he has lowe. Where to move? Already as a child. Where a child man, he got le akare okona ire with time and this already. He has sagbon. Oh, he has love of it, and I'm the way Obo Ita you. All of the lights are where Buguyo, Ubuasoyo, Ubuesuyo, everything that be explained to you. Now I don't sagbon. The vessel or I don't via or via qua. It's all over via or flequa. What's the end of an via or flequa? Yes. Because of where economically about mutual toy, you frustrate your efforts. And I mean, the good or nowhere, Bob, or you have to look. The problem you had was that the circumstances and the environment, or even the family you are into, master, they are responsible towards your frustration for you not to know your purpose and those behind against your progress on earth. So it is only Ifa that can be able to explain who you are, your purpose, you on earth. Like as giving a trua lobster or trua sa, that the mother, the biological mother is worse enemy. You understand what that means? Now, if the mother to trua lobster is alive, is an enemy. But the moment she's dead, she's going to be a helper to this person. She's going to be a helper to this person. Now the question is this. The person that has that Udu, what advice do you have for that person? Would that person pray for the mother to be alive? Or to fight the mother? That's other area. But you should also understand that A as A, obey. You understand? The same thing is this. If the mother, the child cannot bite the mother, and the mother will always be a problem to the child, that is where Ifa has come in now to checkmate that mother. Hello? To checkmate that mother, because there are some of us you don't understand how Ifa operates. Checkmating that mother, it doesn't mean that it's going to fight that mother. It's not going to checkmate that mother. It doesn't mean that it's going to put that mother into difficulties. But rather, Ifa will make sure that the mother will restrict her steps. That a powerful divinity has come to support that child. So the mother will not have a boundary. You understand? So that is how Ifa operates. Then there are some of us that way, I wish you had tea, you had said no, you know why you're there. I'm not sure you are going to you are doing a great harm to yourself. You are doing a great danger to yourself. Because you know why? Do you know why? The reason why I'm laughing is that I've checked most of all this Odu and I've seen the way and manner that Ifa is actually a great God. It's a great God. Wisdom. Ifa is wisdom. Ifa doesn't buy anybody. But Ifa can correct you. He can put someone on checkmate. So for instance now, if someone now is born and the mother is a witchcraft, and the mother has been the one disturbing the progress of that child, what will that child do? Will the child go and buy that mother or pray the mother so that the mother will not die? You know, some of us will reason that way. But remember, if you succeed on that way, listen, the blood will be accountable in your hand. You have taken a life. which Ifa forbids. You understand? So what you need to do, you are the initiator of Ifa. Through Ifa initiation, that when you were told that your mother is a witchcraft, is the one responsible to your problem. Good. Now the same Ifa, you need to also ask, what do I need to do in order for the disturbances or the problem my mother is giving me, for me not to be a particular to that problem again? You understand? So if I will recommend, because what I'm saying now, this issue has happened to me, happened to me. I have a brother who were doing the same business and everything. Make our business in the all of them back. I'm going to do a business in me. Moving I go na yawe. Make I work back. Now, there is a clear with the flip where overcoming men all the stopping men, no go back. No go to fair make that bad in the other to talk for it. Madam, you know, what I did was what do I need to do? No owner, no more than for it. Because of the for marry.
Exactly.
If I don't know what to do, and I'm out, or I'm out, or put it down, or the for it, or take what the for it. Now, and the for it, you have to honey, you have like Talolatia, and I see me, maybe to settle a matter.
You was it.
I said to Matania, Ed Rubaketa, away or Timmy, Omwin Matineri. Don't tell me where a cake Marisa, if you know, I mean, to boy, or anything there. I buy the old team, but I buy here that I buy a comment here. Oh, I any to boy, she fed it, and she now acted for my brother to meet up. Yeah, disturbing me. So that was a reason. She has a reason for disturbing me. Also, when I said the reason, one day I want to bear here the reason.
On top of Baba, do my finance.
Yes, you know the time, the other way, a matter long. And the root of the matter long. The girl is the new one. Move with me in a more very data way. No more for that kind of one. I say, I will not go on a corner to better. Who pure more piano Vico. They go now one day, not to be my or more pure the Vico. Only I have a valley. Anytime that woman that Imao of your hoko, Imao bay the way. My that boy, Mamma Nick, Banana like me. He go with I know man, he whoever I got you man, but he got a baby boy, Nana boy. He got me that way. After that way, they tell that way, he give away him another. Ala pack of woody, boy, he want to me. They attack a woody latia. He want to take you on. He want to take you on. So, by large, the woman today, that woman Maria said, way. Over 30 or 40 years, or let me say 30 years ago, or whatever something like that, he was 10 years to be a baby. The woman Mama Rock Yabe. So, what am I trying to say is this: the greatest problem we have is our house. Check where you are coming from first. And that is why every Ifa initiates, if you initiate to Ifa, you have 70% advantage. You all do Ifa Romila 1, you have 75 advantage already. So there's someone that can interpret it for you, yes. We will not tell you what to do, yes. But do you know that your head is powerful? We need to boy, and I'm the way the turupon set to boy after rubbing like this the end. But the same thing as I'm saying is that I'm your bubble. No, we are was your part and I tell you, you want to tell us, I don't buy this video. Whoa, Iabu. And then the Sherman. A Sherman to boy, what have you wear Sherman for that? You have a fantasy. We meet. That's that I'm near the cover video. Now, for you to have your way, all your House of Assembly or House of Senate, you must lobby a bill before they can pass it as a law. Chagabant, I see what you Chagabant, Ahmed, okay, I am will the World Bank, or you may so wrong. No, this nation by for TM. In a video to boy, almost a lobby here, and assignment. Oh, your power, I don't want to be the one year, the bill, I tell you, you are borrowed the one, and your Nigeria. If you don't request it. The Robin China way, a billion euro, yeah, Tamima, or the Barala. I have been with my 40 years because we are not perfect, but I'm 40 years, giving my Hadiania. Mariania several Robila, Mamuva, yes, Simai, or Rovidion. Go and study or Rabeji, go and study or Yakubeji. Master. So, also, way, my sorrow to buy over a party dancing. You who will have a woman, your man, Yamago, boy, you want to see what Bella, a man walk. I want to once in a real man. If you tell women, you're not to you, boy, you want to boy, or the one I say, I said, Master, what you need to do, by fact. Master, by fact, what you need to do is by unresolving issues. So, Robila, advise you what to do. You want to do that, to that work. Start pushing ahead. There's nobody, I mean, Master, if I are for a purpose. Master, so without negative, positive cannot be positive. Master, if we cannot, if we have beauty, we must have ugly. So in the home we are coming from, you can tell me Namdi Kiladi Akon, and I like your Pavu of Paris, or Maka want to say Mahi, or Pekete and I want to understand. Namdi Kiladi Adiakona. Ana le topa wo pare o ma won ti ani o tun no gele le we ke ni ade o tun o ko lu deji e bi ke bi sa o mo ore o tun o meti azio le lu e gbe wo yi o tun e ku e ni visu da we o mo we go there yes only o tun one whereas o ti so rot boy ya gwa lo bi du he ade yeah, what if you are the so that we can do you. Master, Otaki Akaswe, or Torakaswan, you. Yes, and let your power parry about what's your attack. So, or Robin and man to be bad to Fiona to boy, or Capoloria out in Macapo on a standard one now actually, because my Yafa Ekimado do. Any moment one. Bagana, Owo Reki, if you are Bonaji, Owo means rising and falling. So, the Maya because of Kakabodo Gene. A lot of people know Eri, no do via, no go back where we have said that. I'm not being able to understand where some people are complaining. But the people that have come through this process, remain me, know the winner, man. Now we have I can see the glory in them. I can see the glory in them. But I never back. The same as all my power down went up away by Elijah no one. Then I Thanksgiving or really say when you see someone progressing, or that will near the back or when you really know. So we don't fear them. We have challenges, we were born. We have challenges as I've said. Ọkùnrin wa ń bí sẹ́ ọ̀pá ọ̀jọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀pá náà ọ̀jọ̀ ní tòbọ̀ yìí kàkà protector ni náà ọ̀jọ̀ ẹ̀dí àgbé tu ẹ̀ lábọ́kù bẹ́ẹ̀ tu ìyàwó ìtú ẹ̀ ẹ̀bọ̀ náà ẹ̀bí sẹ́ pálílùwẹ̀rẹ̀ pálílọ́dọ̀ ọ̀pá ọ̀jọ̀ tú yọ ifá akánátàbàwẹ̀ no job. So you are going Wednesday. Let me just give a good example. Our sister at Queen of the Seven Sea, I told opposed say, oh, you need to go there now. After initiation and everything, when Moeri Arena, Movia, I the way of Seboleka, the Oscar Carolina. Oseboleka type of the way, Abe Bolili, Ianari, but Isagojo. And our sister now we like a Bambi look or like a look. When is Queen of the Seven Sea, you like a Bambi?
Well, what's on your wine number one you like?
What happens of you? One again. Now, the other way, the way is Sango. Oh, Joe. Never tell me, all the way to where we don't Sango, Oloku, they mammy look. Now we Sango now, in our Sakbanaru way. Yes. Now the Hasu I can't wait to look at how Sago now, how we the first of all, why Sago, Kabasiki, why? Isago Mario Vane, I never bother being a Robin Ayaki and Akuna. One apple on the little Boma, no hair went away, out of the way, the basic question of that, don't we got where they are. All the other decisions to be a bear at now, yes, now I know that woman for so long. I'm going to get away, but while I know, as I say, you have it, don't problem. Even like two, even try to give a I can only use food. I mean, what's the now, okay, no, wala. Then other Manda, they are in law, you have to give it, continue, give it, or I might no, wala. One apple, they know that. Not that Tuesday, also. Alakabali Sago for Alawa will look. Will look. I will say, you know, now we just said, because I am not hey, you give my to Adia with so mamma. All of you say, I have to say that I believe you have a fellow woman. Olukun Oladia. Anna, I remember the way we are. I have 1 o'clock. Okay, 2 or so. Queen of the South Sea. All of one left for a week. All of one left for La Beladia. A big boy. And it's Yebo. And it's a Yebo. That is a mistake. I really like Yebo get to make it. They gave me a list. Yes. They gave me a list. Where if we saw all direct you. I went there with a nika, a short nika, and a t-shirt. A man who called it and I wear movie and which I will yes. Now we look at what do you get to boy? A man will look oil. Now we add or look. Now we sango. Oil cow. Or Mario Vane, I tell the body. We are name is over now. All of my dear now. Here are people. Oliver now. Now it is better. Now we all look kind of saluted. So the devil will the devil will be like that. Why get a big get out of around here and then be. And Lania, all the look. Do I the visa go to wet boy? Maybe I call him. I already know him. I already know. If I'm going to say, "Mama, boy," now already, she's very close. Let me go. I started to say close here. I went there. Imani said a little bit. He said. say by in any way, Ego, yes, we are big video, Ego got big. In my paper, gilly. Isango is when Isango.
Sango gele ture.
Isango gele Isango. Big. That's all what Isango is all about. Okay, time in matter boy. Waiting by cool by the kid.
Okay.
Waiting by the kid, but I will hear you for. My kid, boy. The rest is cool. Well, because I read you where you told the assistant of an big. I want you, big. Almost to the fun. My boy, they never hear. Naige, the woman, Eldras, see will the way. To I then only one we call it only to make it out. Yes. Yes, from there, Egypt God who give her. Hey, ya did it. Why did they already? See near Isan well at you.
Okay.
Bagada. Bioni. Oi. Bioni. To boy. Hey. In a kabagu boy. Oh, boy, you're not you do when you do already. Every bioni children. Oh, where? And they have where we are. Oh, we are all big bar of fat. Bagada. That is the first thing. And what the biology that come okay, and you have a biology boy, near Zeti. They have that force. So again, we have the biology that emanate to you. Oh, Tarimetake, where Jody, oh, well, the come at when the Valoreo Tabia, and I mean, like the Saudi Zegwan.
Yes, I was on there.
So, no. So, okay, away by shocking a trade away is ugly anything. So, all in a one way is they have powers.
Hello,
They have
Daddy.
powers. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Daddy Domosa.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, yeah, but I agree the full so.
Mama J, but you are talking.
Yo, I domo. If I lay the program in now, when the power ya na, oh, I love it. When the big when bomb make you bet. Oh, what it get there? But I got you. And then you may not want why I wear Bonoma, I can never be oh. If I talk money only no. Near not away, I'm more we all your my Munu your my own 10-year bomb, my money. Oh, Ethiopia. Because you're not getting my water. Yeah, tired of your
video. We have some video in that to boy. I no more bad up by the political way.
Okay.
Also, we I tire running here, and I mean, I so raw. The rock complete way a body woman winner.
Okay.
Was here, or is a big 6 days. About it, every guy will want to boy. The ticket, no book, not travel with boo. Okay, fire. If I want to go like now, I'm a tired out to boy. It's to go out for job.
Okay.
I don't know
Let me see, I know. Do you know what I did? The whole night, the
Bioni.
Yes, again, you vanish. Another complication. You vanish. So the woman on an echo way, that is the message.
Okay.
So right now, and I say, so she now put a call across the gas station. They are taking fuel. Away that room, away in the Niena. You might go along with the mistake. Arrow. Say Enina Kilikili.
Yes,
Yes, on a note.
yes.
In a way, in the holy time, I don't know, over the holy time, Johnny. What time on our way there?
Okay.
No good. Huh? Okay, now on our way there. Now, get worry. The case Seva, our mother, I easy mother,
Okay, okay.
You don't swing your son. What you gonna what? What call it pa? We call it pa. Most of the way, we're gonna walk to the bar. That giving the way matter of bet. Me and that sit up over. Okay, now let's play. Okay, we want Mutia. Me about check eh. Me money check the what check no beg. You to be outside. That give away a bonnet dog you know. Yes. Every fear, they give fear, we might be. Okay, killing no.
Yeah,
killing not to boy. Only you want at the end.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, could be Roswell. Is your mama, your mother, is your mom, you could be Roswell. Is your mama, what's to do? It's a go not to boy, all those support of Hona.
Yeah, we are not going to name. Banyan,
although he don't be now. Master, don't let us see it about the agreement want to boy. I got away a family, let me use the word, a family no Larry. Master, it's a way you will be about gay was up on it. So if I do red, no make it agree. Master, if you look at everybody I get of course another way, that person is having a family problem.
Wow.
Now, then at the end of the day, although one of them name went on our way, so that if you make colleague that way or you know, if I can do so talk. Yes. I was an island where even the poor way would go down, not really tired. What about you? You matter. Hey, I tell you, Emina, who's you go? Now you must
tell you what, yes,
I don't know. Because this is where I don't know, you know, 40 years area where Wabasa always a who's the power, you know what
so we're telling you where, when you
yes,
because I didn't know one work with Bonevo. Here, what to be our vine to be our 10 year beer. But near we are tagging out, yet tagging that because my get ready.
And I do that.
Okay, what's one thing that I wear in my and it cut away and of course the way Evan Boo accept
huh? And that the money only tell no. And then in a year, you're not with our woman. Oh, look, we have an hour, we have a bet is a Lubiesi. When they act like, but don't you have any mechanic? Maybe I should be that guy 10, 12 years of age, but don't say any guanania. I mean, you can't tell me no. Oh, one of us, yeah, one of us, yeah, will get bad. If a bullock, you get over when you have a look. Oh, what one of us, yeah, one of us, you. Then the wire, but what you never told one woman when he gay. Then the wire, gay. In a mood, not a soup more wow, or another moon, because of your time. Or another moon, he didn't move more wow, need a beg a warning. If I beg any man, one or even a man will not day, a meal. But ni medo ya se we bona de better abi de me ya terie oloku me ya tetie onwe o bet me ma vida de me ma lele me ma lele bet ma ro gba mi ya tie onwe ade we no teni ya wese ni ya ba de wese know where because the money made I need to type the now when me are next month. I would like to come and see you personally. Ni make na even no woman is here. And another one daddy. Obedient and not your local. Over via over webo ya. No why ya webo. Egbema with a ranking. Egbema with a ranking. And the area in Nigeria, America hostage. Ite oni do miewe. Nukumege ni no sie we mi ame na wa dojo egbe. Obi di meni me ka na ye bo wa nebo. Ikun wa obo nebo. America je. No wa ya we bo o ma bo egbe gban ogun ya. De ni ama we se o me no ma wo o me veni ya we o ma ku me every day. Onyo wa yo ni mu o. Imabe ni hiaja ni o tenia la ni hiaja eti ni ke na mi no si okwe mi ame na yo egbe
You need to get out who is not bad. What is not bad, that's all.
Okay, daddy. Me aso ba next month me adogwale tempo ni ade.
Very simple. What is very simple.
Because na me no ma do ata the phone do record the year.
The problem. Yes, really.
Yes, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm greeting. Come on.
Okay.
How is everybody, sir?
Is that a boutique?
Yes, daddy. Yes. Hello? Hello?
Network.
Oh my God. Daddy, Domo.
Sure. You know.
Domo.
When Haurania, Madame the guitar, Madame the cat, Madame the wig together. They are different species.
Yeah.
So you so you have different person. Second you have different person. I got me go different person. Then my boys to boy, they are about different person. So we are well with baby your upper was somewhere.
Ebe ya boya bi we. E ma no emi ni ya baba yen we. Me na bo we awe o. Me ma ka me ma experience e gbe ma we.
If not see the number talking about the vessel wrong. Or what will look cool or what you doing?
Yes.
I'm telling you, or what will look cool. Invariably, if you are not a boy.
Yeah, okay.
The land time, the land by time where a barricade who was on the way, Dana, oh, you were Yama top, Yama figure.
Okay.
Yeah, you were. But so these are forts.
Now, why the get for the other now?
A fort is a fort. Even a rebel and a fake. I'm a babalawo. If it's a way that way, a rebel and a fake. We are of a fake. A robin and a mouse say, Nama, when I wear a fake, you know. A robin, I will now wait 3 days. On any fake, you know. I already know my 3 days.
Okay.
Or number you go do, or Romila, a rota, or Rava, fake, you know.
Okay.
A Romila to boy, Ike on our way, fake, you know. So there are reasons why that if I is fake. Also, over we are going to boy, Ikaba open Ika vete. No, I think about it was Viekwa. Must I Viekwa? Now, if not your nice fake, how does your Isoro, no Riawea, or Besoro, or with Babalago Bet, or Jiko, Vesuloko, Azeno. Then when they don't have via no way to boy, almost via how you way, no making them. Yeah, you go.
Okay.
Yes. Now, what's a woman here? What are you and then he can know the I would boy, or the Tia Cell. Yes, or the Tia Cell, what are you? But I can say, and you work at the Robin and not only away, and yet here. Hello, it's all the because I can say, What's all the retarded or the amen in the
vlog.
or the amen that is the mission must return back.
Yeah, you give me now.
You win now because already the language there must demand something from you now. Who must pay repercussion wrong? Or rabbi how we carry repercussion. Or rabbi if you know or rabbi anyway. It's just for instance that as I'm called as a babalawo, the rabbi woman, even near the Unania. Or in this Unia Unia, I will done as our mother by us there. Or rabbi I'm meeting you the tin or given. So let's know how that way all suffer Oriane. Some of all those things all deny access to it. Everyone here wisdom no doesn't do that again because I didn't win it. Understand? But they don't come and say it to boy. They collect it back. They collect it. You collect it. You have to treat them way again. They are doing it. Or maybe the idea is not one way. They are doing it. Or maybe that will always follow you, tell you, you know, papa you, tell you. You let you go to the way you are waiting, but try. Could the mage planning food that you are don't play if you wear plan. Mukia, Maria, once you been on my way, the one way. I make a bad way, definitely way. Okuni, other Spanish cabinet or a team. Mena the moon out die or team. And before exactly reacting that, now it's hotel away, give me flat, give that money, or the follow however as then or Pune.
Mom is not back.
Because it's supposed to have received. Master, guys, man, to bother you. Who are the Agbo? Montamoma. Or 20 boy. I'm telling you, this is my other fellow. He said, or chair my yakin. Why? Who have you no progress? Ego boy.
At all.
What of Ego boy?
Go.
And I do my evening. Besoro, the Larry to boy. Or one material delay, or Katiane. If it was soon that even. Besoro, you're my hair, you talk. You're my hair, I mean, they say, let the Royal to boy and ask the guy. Again, I might kind of. If the honor is advising a family in the boom, like I will be video. Because on one need to boy, don't have any. If you're soon, and I'm your mind, I'm back to time, that's why I see you. We're going to be arise here. I never see a video.
Yeah, man.
Very bad.
Yes, I never see a video. Oh, I'm very hot to boy. Wait a away. Do we know? Ota. Okay, I'm away. What you want to tell me?
We
get the losing focus.
Yeah.
Here, my happy way. One way. I complain. Otesu akọ we oga we said uri get pokemon na fefe e ve so those persons all of your dafe all of we to we e give say ke we all the ka wu man ni o si e manari enu e bon e we ni ya ye
yeah, make our way near safe. Yeah, make our way near ye.
That's that. Oga say we. Mana oh no, it may be every Obara children, and that is where I'm coming from. Every Obara children, one Obara, whatever Obara, have it in mind. Abota, oh my man, Abota, no, oh my man, because already where even but it's not like for instance, on one not to where when on Guali 100 naira will be 100 naira. Look here, we want to take all log of one. Don't bother. Or he said, go bother. We don't have Guali 100 naira where with me. You can even count 1 million.
Dash person.
What dash you that we manage to marry like that. Magana or second one. All right, I must say that way. I went in my head to 12 go. Or by way, I went back to 12 go. Or where you got a problem, man? Or where you got a problem, man? Or a waste. The first thing about I need to take is wisdom. Look at how you go. Look at how promote you go. Look at how value go. Masala, that initiative in there where on how to manage your money, your wealth become. That is the sense of Obara. The moment you might get that wisdom that you go a scandal when you hear Obara, your Oba die, Oma die. That is one side. So on one of the net boy, you need to tell them one watch a list on the other. I still say it. Contest me. I will try as much as possible a year. Because I contest the to boy, I will go straight to archive and if you lay a way go here,
Okay, Daddy. What's that?
Like, give me one question.
What's that?
About like, maybe I'm here at Juboduna. Viana. At that present, normally, or Lile, Omaju maybe at that present, at that environment, at that moment, or whoever. So, Ani almost view Sonny. Then now you Ogavia, Ogaya, you Ogaya, you Bodua, or Ave Babalawo, maybe aware.
Man, I have never seen it, boy.
Yes, sir.
I say, Gualo, Abami, Oku, locally, Lomaju. It told you to me. Abami, Local, I stopped pay or Robin Ali for that day. I joined. Once 12 me. Abami, Oka, Aruba.
That Babala wouldn't into any alternative.
What are the way? There's nothing like alternative.
Okay.
Once I say check. I don't know. Am I in Okumari? Or even Okumari available? Or Mamu or Yedera? Or Okumari available? You want to buy whatever? Mamu or Bola Manager L.
Okay, sir.
Do you understand it now?
So now we are you. So I'm not going to have Vianney.
Which is very wrong. Very wrong question. Wait, Okonomi awo river Omamu obo. That's the eye. Until Omamu obo amioni akisuon. Obasa there's something like it's a must. I'm also you go do there now. It's a must. Erovia. Orobila is one of the patient states. It's not the glory. Orobila you will test all now. Really, Orobila you will test a video. Where Wakane Yota, Uhana Robin, who are picket boy, as a man. Oh, when I call who want to bring to Luke, oh, Kalu, how will look to do what I did, oh, we are going.
Okay.
So our patient is Ifa.
Okay.
Ifa is God. Ifa is not boy Ifa. Ifa is the word that God used in creation.
Yeah.
Ifa is the voice. Ifa means the voice of God. While Orobila is the messenger of Ifa. Understand? So what are the next order that you go do? Error. A sort of error. There are errors. Only that say they are fake. Or my don't do job in delay. Or my day job in a high. So give away we not really can. What's that? Because egg by a corner out of poverty. Yes, let me use the word poverty. Oh, that man you go to that boy. And then you I evacuate. I never delay a bola where I see God. Be calm. That's why I saw that Amikla you go to that say, Iya be Latia, or a Dayegu or Sobu, or a Dure or Sobu, Iya or Sobu, either positive or negative. It is only Ifa that only have negative. Ifa has no negative. We as human beings, we have positive and negative. But Ifa has no negative. Ifa is perfect. Master, but we as human beings, not cast to do me. That only is your destiny. That destiny has positive and negative. So I greet you all once again.
Thank you, Dad.
Let us call it a day. Tomorrow is another day. For those, you have my number already. You can call me via my WhatsApp or leave a voice message via my WhatsApp. So I can discuss on your Odu, Ifa, or Romila. Whatever question you have or challenges you are having, let us talk one-on-one so that I can settle it once and for all. Ifa is good. Ifa is patient. Ifa can create. Ifa can make you to become who you want. Who you want to be. Ifa can give you a better life. Ifa can make you rejoice. So Ifa is a master to all possibilities. That is Ifa. So tomorrow 8:30. Tomorrow 8:30 p.m. 8:30 to 9 p.m. That is 8:30 to 9 p.m. I'm already here so that we can discuss on this same Odus of Ifa. So I'm inviting every one of us to join me tomorrow 8:30 p.m. You understand? Thanks for okay. Yes. 8:30 p.m. Yes, 8:30 p.m. to 9. So I can discuss from these Ifa issues tomorrow. So good night, everyone. I see you tomorrow. Have a blessed full night's rest. You with your family.
Yes, Papa.
Good night, everyone. Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.